Hello folks, my name is Richard Sibley. I've got a small piece of woodland in North Somerset. Long and short of this video is to show you how life can be made better. There's a blog on the internet called lifecentrestage.wordpress.com. Every page will show you what choices you've got. You may disagree with me, but between us I'm sure we can knock things into shape and give future generations a much better set of opportunities. Basically, what I'm proposing is that for each of us to consider what spending requirements we've got, what current situation is with money, how much debt creates a problem for us, and try and unpick the whole problem. You know and I know already that I should be dying sometime and everybody else will, and that usually incurs some spending. And what do we get for the spending? If each of us thinks it through and makes an arrangement with a local farm group, I'm setting one up myself locally, each part of the country can have a link with farmland for the whole of their life, for lots of social get-togethers and activities, for education, for growing things, for creating jobs for youngsters. I'm very keen to see that each of us can think through how we can employ all the teenagers that are out of work at the moment. Surely, between us, without waiting for government, we can take action with our spending, and all the household chores around the district can be catered for by people that are between jobs. Put some money in their pockets. And in the process, everybody in the whole community would feel happier. All the little jobs done for us. I know people that are getting older, they badly need people to support them with jobs that they can't get done. You know, all manner of things. Even taking people to the bus stop to use their free bus pass to help them to go and see their relatives. Simple things, but people would be glad to pay a youngster to help them get on the bus, carry their shopping. That's the tip of the iceberg. So the blog I've got, I referred to earlier, Life Center Stage, is about putting our money that we eventually spend for death into life for the whole of our life, creating opportunities left, right and centre for fun, jobs, homes that people can own. And I don't know about you, life is cockeyed at the moment and we cannot wait for governments. They've got their own agenda, each party against the other, looking for their own answers for survival for themselves. Voters come very, very low down, as you probably have already worked out. And I'm saying, for my decision for the future, I want to take the decisions away. If you're still with me, that's a bit of an organ, isn't it? Come on. Sebastian Bach, what a player. What a composer. Anyway, if you can still hear me, if you look through my blog on the internet by googling lifecentrestage.wordpress.com, look through the pages and see what you think. For the sake of making an arrangement to have an eventual funeral whenever it happens, arranged the way you want it to benefit the future for generations after you, the money can be put to wise decision making, wise planning, and it's under your control. Currently around 5% of the population already have what they call a prepaid funeral plan. That means they've gone to the undertaker and they've parted with a considerable amount of money. And the law says that these people are entitled at any time to go to the undertaker and say, "Excuse me, I've decided to cancel my prepaid plan. I'd like my money back. There's a small cancellation fee. and I believe that I could show through my blog a far better choice, better way to use the money to get a whole experience of activity for yourselves as well as your funeral, and quite easily arranged to be far better than this type of experience we all put up with at the moment. Funerals to me, I don't know about you, are pretty somber. There's no life in them. We have somebody speak to us for 10 minutes. They ask us to get up and sing hymns, and the coffin goes down at the crematorium. It takes 20 minutes, and we're ushered out again to look at the flowers, and what have we had for our money? All I'm proposing makes perfect sense to me and to the people I've spoken to, but it depends on you. What do you think about the idea of getting your dead money back into life to boost things for everybody? The environment can benefit too, because if you choose eventually to have a farmland burial without a marking, the land can remain productive, ongoing. Children can go and grow things. They can find out about farm animals. As I say, we can create jobs for them. In particular, my own particular pet project is having teepees for every teenager. Teepees that we can make at farms to give youngsters bivouacs with one part of the section of the teepee, and when they get together with their mates, they've got a huge Red Indian teepee to sleep in and have fun in exchange and have a social get-together for nothing. I'm very much keen on the idea of encouraging youngsters never to go into debt. Currently, a third of people are renting properties from landlords who have been encouraged with cheap money to buy properties and rent out to people, keeping 1/3 of us in poverty, because these sorts of people renting, they'll never afford to have a home of their own. Why not start off with something very simple? Encourage the youngsters at school age to think through their life and realize that if they ever get into debt or if they ever start renting, well, it's all up for them. They'll never reach a sort of financial plateau of achievement where they can hand something for their children or enjoy their own future. Landlords that are renting at the moment should have a bit of a wake-up call. Youngsters, if they stay with their parents or stay with friends, if they sleep at a farm, if they have a dormitory situation, anything they've got to do to be free of renting, they can start to save money, real money, from the income that they can get, especially if we encourage a whole sea change of a view towards employment. We bring on more self-employment, encouraging youngsters, if they can't get a job, that there's a cottage industry they can join locally. They can make things for selling. They can help to sell those things. They can market them. They can package them. There's a whole array of things that youngsters could do. They don't have to get a job, in inverted commas. Going to university, getting a job is all that they're told at school. We need things to be far more locally based, and we need money going into people's pockets to benefit them, not taken out by some intermediary. The intermediaries I'm talking about are people like, well, insurance companies. You have a think about it. What's a life policy? When you're encouraged by those great good people on the television to consider putting a few pounds away towards your funeral, it's not made clear, very clear, that if you stop paying for 1 week, if you stop paying at all of the money you paid in will be lost. It's like putting money down the drain. Why not keep the money yourself? Make sure that nobody can get their hands on it or take it away from you. Life Centre Stage is for everybody, not death. Proper finance, not debt finance. I'm looking forward to speaking to you, all of you. and thank you very much for listening. Bye bye for now, and thank you.